hope you do that. I'm looking forward to getting some great shots for you guys, all right?
Yes.
Have a pleasant day.
And Oliver's also Dominican. Any Dominicans in the house? No Dominicans in the house? Okay. All the way in the back, hiding in the back. He doesn't want to be seen, Mr. Charles Altman. Come on down. And also, you're also a runner, right?
Yeah, I'm a marathon runner. I'm in an older age group, and I'm still passionate. But I'm doing audio-visual, and if you look at Cheryl in the back, I'm responsible for video conferencing, and that's what I do for corporations, enhanced communication with audio-visual, and it's a passion of mine. So thank you, Gary.
All right. And now we have somebody all the way from the virtual world. Can you guys look at the back of the TV? This is Cheryl. She's the client service specialist. That's right. She's here to give you guys a white glove service. Can you guys see her? Hey, Cheryl. Oh, we love you too. All the way from the Ethernet, all the way out there in the cybersecurity world. Okay. Can you hear us, Cheryl?
All right. So yes, I can hear. I'm the client services specialist. And if you have any questions, even throughout the event, you feel free to text me. And I'm here for you, and I'm here for Ray. I'm here for the whole team, and it's going to be great. So I come to you with educational experience, and I love being part of the team. So I'm coming from Land O'Lakes, Florida, just north of Tampa.
Tampa's in the house. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, ready? Here we go. All of your energy, all of your enthusiasm for Mr. Global Branding Expert, Mr. Rey Perez. Come on down, baby. We've been together for almost 10 years. He's going to help you guys knock out the competition. He's the branding champion of the world. Oh, that's right. Knock out the competition with excellent branding.
Can you guys hear me? Can we get the mic up there? Check, check, check. All right. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? A little bit more? 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 Yes? All right. Is that better? I know I speak loud, but I don't want to strain my voice. It's going to be a long day today. All right. So how are you guys doing? Was that amazing or what? Can we give a big, big round of applause to my hype man right here? Gary, there he is! So as you guys can see, we like to have fun because we believe that if you're having fun while you're doing your business, then you're not really working. You're just enjoying your life. And I believe that, and I'm lucky enough that I enjoy what I do so much that I can be up till 12 o'clock at night, just like Don, Raj, David, and a couple other people were last night, Tasha, just talking about their business. And I heard Don say to Josh, saying, you know, I could talk to you about this all night long. Like, I enjoy what I do. And really, I feel so honored and privileged to be able to enjoy what I do so much. And for me, this is not work. I'm just having an amazing time. And I love seeing entrepreneurs and business owners just like you grow and flourish. Because I understand how difficult it is. The struggles, the challenges, the money issues as being an entrepreneur. And all I can want for everyone is to help them get past those challenges and break through and have success. So that's really what today is all about. I created this event specifically, like Gary said, to make sure my clients get done. Right? I blurred it for the camera. Why? Because a lot of events, you get great content, you get great information, you meet wonderful people, and you leave super pumped. But then what do you have to go do? You have to go do all the work and implement. And let's be honest. Our busy lives, family, work, every distraction, flat tire, car trouble, you name it, we don't have time to implement. So I wanted this workshop, this boot camp, to be an event where people actually implement, get things done, and then can use it out in the world the second that it is here. Now, all of you already have your personal brands completed, so that is done. So, and I like to refer to this like if we're going to the races, okay? And, you know, I love fast cars. Everybody knows I have the i8 with the doors up, and I love to drive fast.
What's the name? What's the name?
We haven't, it's either Mantis, Ivy, or, what's the other one? Or Jade. Ivy, Mantis, or Jade. We haven't found it out. But little sneak information for you guys. Nobody knows, but kind of had a little accident in the car.
Oh, you did?
So it's in the shop right now. It's going to be there for a couple months. It was not external. It was from the bottom. I was just going down South Miami Avenue, went over like a railroad track, and since the car is super low, and I might have been going a little bit fast, I don't know, and, and the bottom of the car slammed on the concrete, broke the rear axle, motor mounts, and the engine fell. Oh, and you know, and that's a really tough story, right? Because it's kind of an expensive car. But here's the reality. Even with something that bad happening, all I do is thank God that I have insurance, I have another car that I can use, and that I'm safe, and nothing happens to me. And really, I share that with you because it's all about your mindset and how you focus on things. Because true success comes to how you look at every situation and how you deal with it. And a lot of people could be like, oh my God, I can't believe this, You know what? Thank you, God, nothing happened to me. I have insurance, I have another car, I'm blessed. And thank you. Always be in an attitude of gratitude. And that's something that I believe truly has helped me be successful. And that mindset, I like to share that with people because when you can feel better about any situation, then it doesn't matter what it is. You can always break through and move forward. Does that make sense, everyone? Amen. Okay. So today, we're going to start off by opening up your laptops if you have them. If you don't, your iPads, your cell phones, whatever. And we're going to go to personalbrandmap.com. Personalbrandmap.com. This is the PDF document that we've created with videos and an entire breakdown of the marketing action plan. That's why it's your map, marketing action plan, on how to leverage your personal branding. Having the personal brand is like having your race car. And you're ready to go to the races. You're prepared. But if you have a race car and you're about to go on the track, what do you need to do before you go on the track? What do you need to learn how to do? How to drive. How to drive on the track so you can actually compete. So having your brand is like having the race car in the garage. But the race car is not going to help you win the race if you don't know how to properly drive it. And today is learning about all the techniques of how we're going to drive this personal brand that we've created so that you can have more success and achieve what I've been able to achieve for myself and what hundreds and hundreds of our clients have been able to achieve in their business. Now, it's really important that you follow the process and you follow the sequences. It will not work as effectively if you skip or miss steps in the process and the sequence. And it should be not as fast as you could if you would have hit it. This is the exact same thing. Now, for some people, for most people that I've met, that are entrepreneurs and business owners, they've gone to driving school. They have the marketing. They have these techniques. They have these people they've hired. They have this process. But you know what they're missing? The race car. And without the race car, the brand, right? If you get on the track with all these driving skills, do you think you're going to even be able to compete? Absolutely not. So one of the things that you guys are ahead of everybody else is you have a pretty amazing race car already. And that is very powerful because it doesn't matter how great your driving skills are, doesn't matter how awesome your marketing campaigns are going to be, they will not be as effective if your brand is not properly positioned with the right language, the right look and feel, and across all your medias. That part is now done for you. Now let's move into how we're going to market it. All right, so is everybody at personalbrandmap.com? So the very first thing we're going to start off with is the A1, A2, A3, or the text replacement when we meet people and when people refer us, or I like to say introduce us to other potential clients or customers. So the very first thing is when we meet someone. When we meet someone at a networking event, the number one thing that everybody says or does once you finish chit-chatting is what? Can I get a business card? Let's connect, let's get a business card, right? Now you, on the other hand, have something called a digital business card. Yes, you will all also have physical business cards because when you have a room like this or when you're at an event and there's more than 2 or 3 people, you need to actually have something that you can pass out. But when it's one-on-one or one-on-two, you're always going to use your digital business card. Why? Anybody? Because there's a marketing sequence attached to giving that digital business card. Yes, giving the digital business cards makes a really cool impact. Yes, it's impressive. Yes, we're able to capture their cell phone number, because if we're texting them our digital business card, we just got their cell phone number. And as some of you guys might have experienced in the past, when you meet someone and they give you a business card, then you go home, and you go to your office, and you're about to call them, and you realize, wait, this is their office number. I got to now call them after 9 a.m. on Monday, and probably speak to the secretary, and just go through the hoops. That's not what we want. So yes, the digital business card allows us to make an impact, allows us to elevate our credibility, and allows us to get their phone number. But more importantly is this. After today, you will understand that by having a digital business card, you have a sequence connected. This sequence is going to get that person onto your calendar so that you can have a conversation and you can have the opportunity to create business from it. Whether it be directly from them, being your customer or your client, or would it be from them referring you to your perfect customer or client? And that's what we're going to be talking about. So when you are in a situation when you're meeting someone, networking event, trade show, seminar, happy hour, whatever it is, it could be in the supermarket, it could be in the library. When you meet someone, you don't ever want to come from the place of, how can I do business with this person? You want to come from the place of, how can I provide value to this person? Because the more value that I can provide, or that they can perceive that I have for them, the more they're going to want to be connected with me. The more they're going to want to learn about who I am. And if they learn more about who I am, knowing that I have this brand with the perfect language that says who I am and what I do for them, it's going to open the opportunity for them to potentially say, hey, I'd be interested in using your services. Or, hey, I know someone that I want to introduce you to that can benefit from your services. But that has to come from a place of contribution, not from a place of how can I get this person to do business with me. Now this is why I talk about mindset shift. Because in my experience, the majority of people that are at a networking event and walk up to you are trying to get your business. And a lot of times you can feel it. And if you feel it, it actually pushes you away. And if you know some of those people, or maybe were one of those people in the past, just understand that you never want to come with that attitude. You want to come from a place of, very nice to meet you, how can I be of some contribution to you? Because the law of reciprocation will kick in. If you contribute to them, what are they going to want to do for you? Contribute right back to you. So you don't have to actually try to sell them or don't try to get them. You just try to let them know who you are and what you do, and that's where the digital business card comes into play. So, can I get a volunteer? Volunteer or voluntold? Tasha? All right, big round of applause for Tasha, everyone. Come on. Do you have your cell phone with you?
Sure.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Gary. So first of all, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
I am Tasha Danvers. I'm an elite performance expert. Thanks to Ray.
And you're also a two-time what?
Two-time Olympian and Olympic bronze medalist.
Oh yeah. Standing next to greatness, right here. All right, so if we were at a networking event and we were chatting, towards the end, you always want to be the one that says, do you have a business card?
Actually, no, not on me.
And this happens a lot, right? Have you guys, people say, oh, I don't have one. The reality is this, it doesn't matter what her answer is, whether she gives it to a digital business card. And that's when you're going to pull out your phone and go into your text message, okay? Now, why is it so important that I ask her first for the business card? Correct, we're showing her that we're interested, which means we're making her feel good. And it's so funny, now that you're going to understand this, when you look at someone and say, hey, do you have a business card? Oh, yeah. They're like, ooh, they want a business. They get so excited because people are always concerned about themselves, right? They're always concerned about me. And when you give someone that attention, you make them feel good. Now they're like, oh, yeah, definitely. But what naturally is going to happen right after they give you a business card? No, do you have a, what's your business card? So we are setting this up intentionally so that we can provide our digital business card. Because we already know, by providing our digital business card, we're making an amazing first impression that we didn't have to talk about. We let the branding speak for itself. And number two, we know we're about to get their cell phone number without asking for their cell phone number. So again, so it was great chatting. Do you have a business card?
No, actually, I don't have.
You know what? Don't worry about that. I'll send you my digital business card.
Oh.
I go into my text message and I say these words. What's your number? I don't ask for her number. I say, what's your number? This is very important, because if you say, can I have your number, what can she say to me? No. And if she's a high-level individual, two-time Olympian and a bronze medalist, she might not want to give you her number. But if you say you have a business card, and she says, no, I don't, you know what? Let me send you my digital business card. What's your number? There's not enough time to think. There's not enough time to process. And it would almost be rude of her to say no because of how natural that process was, that flow. But it's so important that we do it exactly like that, because otherwise you leave her an opening to actually say no to you. Does this make sense to everyone? This is so important. And this is why some people will not see the same results, even though they think they're doing the same thing. It's because it's the nuances that make the difference. So I'll go into my text message. You guys all know how to open your text. And obviously, if you know you're about to ask them, be ready with your cell phone. Guys, it's a lot easier because our cell phone's right in our pocket or our jacket. Ladies, kind of already, as you're talking, start going into your purse and start pulling out your cell phone, because you know you're about to get their number right now. This is important. So, what's your number?
555, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's 310 906.
Okay, perfect. So I get the number, and I immediately go into my photos. Everyone knows how to attach a photo to their text message, and go into the folder that's called branding. And we're going to attach our digital business card. Now, in that folder in your phone, there should be 3 images. Your profile image, which looks exactly like this. Your digital business card, which is the vertical one. And your credibility card, which has the big paragraph of information. All 3 of these are used for different things every day. Every day you're going to use these for different situations. But right now, you're going to attach the digital business card. You're going to click send, so it goes to them. Then you're going to click on it, so it opens up. And then you show it to them for 2 seconds. I don't really use physical business cards anymore because it's a waste. People throw them away, so I use my digital. And then you take it away. First thing people are going to say is, you know, that's true. Because everybody freaking knows that people lose the business cards. So you're saying something that every single business person is aware of and knows. The only thing is this: nobody does anything about it. You are the first person that they're going to meet that actually did something about the fact that people just waste business cards all the time. So that actually elevates who you are. It actually boosts your credibility. Wow, this person's pretty smart. You know, they know the same thing I know, but they actually did something about it. The second thing is this: you only show it to them for 2 seconds because you just want to get their engagement, but you want them to want to look at it again later when they get to their phone. We want them to be intrigued so that they will want to look at it again once it's in their phone. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay, so thank you so much for your help. Big round of applause for Tasha, everyone. Okay, at this point in time, the only thing you need from them is their name. You just need their name. If they gave you a business card, you got their name. If they said they didn't have a business card, and you're like me, never remember anybody's name when they introduce me, I always say, what was your name again? And very, you know, like that. What was your name again? Oh, John. So nice to meet you, John. Let's make sure we connect sometime. That's the last sentence I always say when I shake their hand. Let's make sure we connect sometime. Because what I'm planting in their brain is, hey, I want to follow up and connect with this person, and it's going to connect with the message I sent them in 2 seconds. It's going to say, let's connect this week or next. Yes, Camilla?
I usually, after I get their number, I ask for the name and I type it in the text.
Perfect. So she's like me. So what I do is, what was your name again? Raj? Hey, so nice to meet you, Raj. I look forward to connecting with you. Raj. Like, instantly, because I don't know, if you're like me, I will forget their name in 4 seconds. So I immediately have the phone open and I just write their name. And the reason that A1 starts off with pleasure meeting you with a lowercase p is because when you put their name, then you go A1, it says, Rey, pleasure meeting you. And it flows perfectly. At that point, you write their name, you say A1, and you press the space bar, and everything pops up. Then you click send, and go and get your contact card in your phone. We're going to do a workshop session in a second with our coaches. We'll help you make sure that you know how to do that if you haven't. But you're going to go into your contacts, you're going to copy the contact, and you're going to paste it, and you're going to send it. And everything is going to make sense. Above is my digital business card, below is my contact card. Please click on it. Let's try to connect sometime this week or next, question mark. That's the most important part of that little script. Because if you don't connect with them later, the meeting was a waste of your time in the first place. The conversation was a waste of your time if you don't actually get into a scheduled meeting for the future. Now, what happens if they don't respond? I usually give them about 24 hours, give or take, depending on how my conversation and how comfortable I felt with them. No more than 24 hours, and you say, hey, so-and-so, did you get my text message? Question mark. That will make your message pop up, that'll make them read your message, and then they'll reply, hey, it was great meeting you too, let's connect next Tuesday, let's connect Wednesday, whatever it is. They're always going to reply something in that realm. I've done this probably 1,000 times. I've never had somebody reply something that doesn't fit into the sequence of saying A2. Now, before you say A2, which is your calendar, you could put a little sentence in there, depending on what they said. Hey, I'm going out of town. I won't be back till September. Okay, no problem. A2. Hey, it was great meeting you. I'm so excited to work with you. Smiley face, thumbs up. A2. You can put a little something right before you put your calendar link, so it doesn't seem so like impersonal, right? Like just here's my link. Always throw in a little sentence, a little emoji, a little something, right? And then A2, here's a link to my calendar. Pick the most convenient time for you to schedule a call, and that's it. And we wait. Now, for those of you that are not set up on Appointment Core yet, you will be doing that today. We'll make sure that you're set up, and we'll tag you on Trello. Cheryl, let's make sure everyone in this room is back on the Trello board. If they're not on the Trello board, let's make sure they're back on the Trello board, and let's tag them with the scripts that are for the Appointment Core. Because I've done all the work for you guys. I've set up what the title is, what the reminder, what the email, what the text. Just obviously change Cheryl's name to your name, right? Or to your assistant's name. All right, everybody look at me. Change Cheryl's name, who's my assistant, to your virtual assistant's name. You got me? Your real virtual assistant. Before Cheryl was my assistant, I had an assistant called Jen B. She was virtual because I made her up. Why is it important for it to come from your assistant? It's more professional and it elevates your credibility and your positioning. People don't know you. They don't know who you are, how much money you have, how successful you are. They only know what they see. And I'm not saying pretend to be something you're not. I'm saying live into what you're going to be. There is a difference between I want to get into my future or I pull my future towards me. That's what we're doing. So I had my virtual assistant until I had my real assistant. And I had that for about 2 or 3 years. And sure enough, guess what today? I have my assistant because I pulled my future into me. So by end of today, everyone, I want to know what your assistant's name is. I just did a first name, last initial. You can do it however you guys want. I want to know who your assistant is, your virtual assistant by the end of today, and I want to see your appointment core links. Cool? And look, if anybody thinks, oh, I don't need a calendar app, you don't need it. But you also don't need a Ferrari. But does it make a difference if you have one? Absolutely. And the reason the calendar makes a difference is because, number one, you're not making your own appointments. A CEO of a company is not booking his own appointments. You are the CEO of your business. You cannot book your own appointments. It does not happen. Okay? Especially when you get to a level of being as busy as I am, it's never I'm going to have time to book my appointments. And I don't have time to remember my appointments, which is really where it comes into play. Because if I don't have them scheduled through my calendar app, I will forget. Because then I have to do work. That means I have to put it on the calendar. I have to remember. I don't got time for that. I need them to handle everything. I need to go automate it out to my calendar, and I need to make sure that they receive an email confirmation, and they receive a text message confirmation, and they have the ability to reschedule without even calling me. Because guess what's in the email? I'm confirming you, but for whatever reason, if you need to reschedule, here's a link to reschedule. Guess what the text message says? Hey, I'm confirming you, please reply with confirmed. but if for whatever reason you can't make it, here's a link to reschedule. And a lot of times I'll look at my calendar and whoop, so-and-so's gone and I never got a reply. I know that I don't have to stop doing what I'm doing. I don't have to lose my train of thought. I can continue working because that person rescheduled on their own. That is so powerful because you don't realize how much time you waste on a daily basis having to check your appointment, remember it, think about it. If you have to break your concentration on whatever it is you're focusing on working, that will throw you off and it takes time to re-engage. Does this make sense to everyone? So that's why the calendar is so important, it's such a powerful tool. You get a 30-day free trial. I think after that's like 27 bucks and you get 2 users. So it's completely up to you. If you have somebody else that you work with, Cheryl has one calendar, I have another calendar, we both use it at the same time. Cool? Any questions on A1 or A2 or the calendar or how to greet people? Any questions? Okay, so what we're going to do is before we move on to the next section, we're going to actually practice doing it. And we're going to pair up in pairs of 2s. Coaches, you will actually get with a pair of 2 to watch them do it and make sure they're doing it properly, and then we'll come back to the next section. So now we'll cut the video and then we'll piece back together when we come back. You guys ready? All right, break up into pairs of 2s, whoever's sitting next to you. Coaches, get with a pair of 2. Let's see. Everybody pull out their cell phones. Yeah. We'll be back in the next section.